What's up, everyone? It's me, Ashton Kamian. Let's talk about the war to Ukraine. Hey guys, it's me, Ashton here. I've not done a war to Ukraine videos for a little while. Been 2 weeks. And yeah, sorry if I've not been uploading anything. I sometimes already in my mind saying when or where I want to make a new video. And yeah, sorry you guys may hear my dog. And yeah. Just want to tell you guys about breaking news about the Ukraine war, about some good news and some bad news. And yeah, just want to tell you guys about the breaking news. First, goodness is, Ukrainians have captured one of the towns down south of Bakhmut. Because that battle has been raging on for a long time. Ukrainians are trying their best in Sukhumit. And they've been using counterattack, and also artillery duels, using artillery, drones, all their equipment. And I forgot the town name, and is connected by the river walls because the Russians have been using it for a military reason or also supply route. And and they probably not using supply with trains because it's risky. I think they're just using men, just bring equipments to next area, to another area. Maybe some small vehicles too. Just want to tell you guys, Ukrainians have finally liberated, I think the weekend or last week. And that is a good news. I mean, it's not a big news because the battle was last for a little while. I mean, unfortunately, it's not a big news because the Russians still having a good defense. I'm not kidding. They put up really good defense. And, oh yes. And unfortunately, the town is pretty much in ruin. It's a small village. It's been destroyed pretty good. And unfortunately, there are some little bit of buildings still around. Some little houses, part of walls or chimneys still around. Only it's not a big thing for cover. And yeah, finally they liberated. Only unfortunately, the Russians are still holding the other side. And unfortunately, goodness is, oh yeah, in Crimea, Ukrainians have been taking out the Russians' ships. That is good news. And submarine. You guys may have heard about that breaking news. And also, they finally captured some oil refinery in the Black Sea. And they said the Russians been using it for military use. And yeah. And also, they claimed there was a radar and goodness, Ukraine took out because they're afraid the Russians may protect them. And yeah. And people are thinking Ukraine's got the sea under control. And I hope so. Because I just think the Ukrainians need to be aware by Russian ships with missiles to try to target the area. And yeah. And my other option, I just hoping for Ukrainians to play smart. If they want to do a free assault and try to invade Crimea, I think they need to get a lot of manpower and a lot of equipment. And yeah. That is the good news. And some bad news. First, I want to tell you guys about Poland and a few other countries. Poland and Ukraine were arguing about their grain, about Ukraine grain and Poland grain, and Poland said, what about using my grain? And Ukraine said, no, we're good, and they decided to say, what about using our grain? And they said no, and they decided to have an argument, and yeah, and unfortunately, I did heard, and I did theorize about Poland may tell Ukraine, we're not going to give you any of the military supply or equipment and vehicles. And I think they said will not do that. And yeah, just wanted to tell you guys about that breaking news and really messed up. And goodness is the Ukrainian president had went to America again. And yeah, trying to talk to Joe Biden and talk about other government guys in American power. And yeah, want to tell you guys about that breaking news. About more equipment and stuff. And some good news. I hope this is the good news. You guys know Ukraine's been begging for the greatest tank in the American history we built. Called the Abrams. Sorry, I got a little mixed up with Blackley. Those are my favorite vehicle. Abrams are one of the good tanks. And they're heavy armor. And Ukrainians are hoping to get it. And people have been saying they will get it sometime in September. And September is almost over. And next month is October. And sometime next week, hopefully Ukraine get it. Only my bet is I just hoping Ukraine use it for carefully, not just bring out in the battlefield, just attack run. I just think Ukrainians need to use it for a good way. And yeah, attack and also defense too. Just my opinion is I think they need to just use it for a good way of combat. Attacking and also try best retreat, or to depend on the situation of the battlefield. And I have a feeling Abrams might get destroyed. That will be no good. We're just hoping for the crew be smart. And I think the Russian plan is, if the Ukraine's got Abrams, I think they'll go and get everything they have to destroy the Abrams. Option 1, using artillery to pin down the tank. Option 2, using kamikaze drones or drones to drop their payload or just trying to ran into the tank. And option 3 is mines and try to disable the vehicle. And yeah. And option 4, using any anti-tank weapons or rockets or grenades or anything to destroy the tank. And yeah. And I have a feeling the Russians may get a trophy for it. They may take it in the battlefield. Hold on, they don't. I just have a feeling Russians may target that with different strategy. If anybody or the military guys in the comments, let me know if the Abrams handle it. Because I know Abrams do have a protection shield for incoming anti-missiles trying to take out the tank. Because they have that little thing to, if they flash it, that the human eyes, I think, don't see it. It'll have a little invisible shield. And the missile coming in, it'll bounce and just miss the target. And yeah. I don't know if they do have any anti-drone weapon to it. If they do, let me know, please. And yeah. And my other breaking news. Oh yeah. Ukrainians, bad news is Ukrainians have gained, unfortunately, one of their airfield have got hit by a kamikaze drone. And there was a Ukrainian fighter jet just parking, and you can see the drone heading toward it. And there's another drone just watching the drone do this job. And you can see the plane got hit. When you look at it, wasn't way bad. It just got damaged. And only one plane got crippled. And yeah, it could get fixed soon. Only just, unfortunately, Ukraine cannot use that one. And unfortunately, their anti-air defense are not a staged drone. And yeah, because Russians have been using drones to attack in behind the front lines, and yeah, and try and cripple any of Ukraine's command center or anything, and yeah, that is no good. And trying to think. Oh yes, and also a while ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, it showed some Ukrainian anti-air defense were open up trying to shoot down a Russian drone that did not made it, and yeah, did not hit it, unfortunately. And Russians are still damaging Ukraine's forces in the front line and also the back line, are not too far away from the battlefield, and that way that airfield wasn't way far away from the battlefield. And yeah, just want to tell you guys that breaking news. And earlier today, I've been watching some other YouTuber really messed up. Now Russians are using their missile to take out power grids to try to make Ukrainians suffer in the dark, because it's almost fall and winter, and right the colder season started, they're going to destroy all their power grid, and they're going to make Ukrainian people suffer and try to freeze them to death. Just want to tell you guys about that breaking news. And earlier today, get this straight in the salt. There's one place the Ukrainians are using for what is it called? Oh yeah. Foreign fighters. I just want to respect. Sorry if I said mercenary. Some of them, there's one place got attacked, and people think it was a headquarters for foreign fighters to spend a night and chill. And yeah, just want to let you guys know. And foreign fighters, if you guys don't know, they're guys for join the military, join the war is if their country are not evolving or not putting forces, they just decide to help out people and stuff and defeat the enemies. And yeah, some of them are military guys, are ex-military. Some are not military. They're just citizens to fight with guns. They probably do training first. Or two, some are just medical people trying to heal others. And yeah, that is pretty much it. And also get that Australian assault donors 100%. And yeah. And other breaking news, Russians aren't going to still do their rocket attack. They've been doing that for a long time. I mean, this year going to be worse like last October and November because the Russians have been doing that. And I think the Russians have been using more rockets, and yeah. And this year it's going to be worse. I think they're going to use rocket, kamikaze drones, and that pretty much it. And yeah. And I think the Russians go and try their best, make everything black out. And the other option is trying their best, maybe cripple the military. And yeah. And I just hope Ukrainians handle it. I just hope they use more anti-air defense, protect the sky at all costs. And yeah. And try and think some other breaking news. I think it's pretty much it. Alright guys, me Ashton, I go out, and by the way guys, hit that like button, 2 hit that subscribe button, 3 hit that bell button whenever I make a video. Remember, I'm not forcing you guys, do whatever you guys want to do, and hopefully you guys enjoy all my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a long one. I've not done a long video in a little while, and yeah. Alright guys, me Ashton, I go out, and peace, and yeah. If anybody want to reach any questions about the Ukraine war, let me know, and I'll try my best to read it to you and tell you about it. And yeah, if any of you guys are military experts, let me know, and please, I'd like to talk to you guys. Alright guys, me Ashton going out. Peace, dogs.